How does it start? I've never seen it.
Like this?
But is there an intro and whatnot?
You've never seen your...
I've seen clips and stuff.
But this is your
You're
best
my best friend. I know, we're friends
show.
forever. Is there an intro like welcome, or?
You can open.
I don't want to. It's not my show.
Come on, try.
I know, I've been the captain of too many ships. And I sometimes the captain wants a ride.
You sound like you want to be dominated.
Oh, do you?
I'm a dominated.
No. He is a dominated person.
I love being dominated.
I actually would agree. I don't know if we want to open the show this way, but like Bobby's like a total like cute little baby sub.
2 days I got choked.
Yeah, 2 days. From
2 days ago. I don't want to say, but 2 days ago I got choked.
He likes getting choked by single moms.
Yeah.
That's
single
so
moms specifically.
That's like sweet.
And I go, stop, mommy. Right? And then they take their thumbs and dig it into your like the Adam's apple. And then you think you're gonna die.
Your thyroid?
Oh yeah. It's like remember Kung Fu? Do you remember that?
What part of Kung Fu?
David Carradine, he died from.
Oh, that's right.
He jerked off and he
It's called erotic asphyxiation.
Well, this is a really good way to start our Valentine's Day episode.
Let's start pure. Let's start Christian. Go ahead. Start.
Well, if it's Christian, I shouldn't be the one starting.
Oh, may I start then?
Yeah.
You're the one who got rejected by a Mormon restaurant, so yeah, you should start.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, what happened?
Let me tell you, it's going to blow your mind. And probably not, but me and Andrew were in Salt Lake City. And, during the show, we text restaurants, and so we had Carlos.
A friend of the show.
A friend of the show. Everyone knows him.
Yeah.
Call this restaurant, a nice Italian restaurant, and they go, hey, the boys are in town, Andrew and Bobby. We're going to be there on time, but is there like a table we can have? And their response was, we don't want them here. And I literally almost I was going to Goodfellas the place, light it on fire.
Do you think there's any chance Carlos made that up to punish you guys?
We thought, but then we had McCone call, and they said the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I kind of low-key respect that they're standing on business. They have a set of values, the Mormons do, and your values don't align with theirs. And they're just like, you know what? It's a bad look for us.
Okay, let's go
as an institution.
Let's go through Mormon values then.
Okay.
Shall we?
Polygamy.
Okay.
Right? Never been polygamized.
Wait, I think
not one time.
But aren't they the ones that don't swear, don't drink?
Right.
Yeah, I don't drink. Do I not drink?
Wait,
you're sober.
I'm sober.
Are you Mormon?
Exactly. I don't drink Diet Coke.
Wait, haven't you?
I do.
Weren't you Mormon at some point in your life?
I was baptized Mormon when I was 13.
He was baptized Mormon.
That's another thing.
Wait, you should have had Carlos tell them that.
First of all, Kalila, no, I don't want it to be disrespectful, but we don't know if it was a Mormon restaurant. It just happened to be.
That sounds like a Mormon rejection.
Or it could be, we hate those guys. We don't think they're good podcasters, and we don't just like them.
Salt Lake, I don't know.
Okay.
You know what could be just a general anti-Hollywood thing? When people are like, we don't want them here. Oh, I thought I was getting a high five.
I didn't say, look, I was trying to do no look. Okay.
Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/trashtuesday and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Oh boy, today's episode I'm scared. A lot was said, a lot is not being cut out, and that is going to be a concern. Anyways, Bobby Lee is here today promoting our movie, Drugstore June, which is going to be in theaters so soon. As you probably remember, in New York City and Los Angeles, we will be in theaters February 23rd, and then March 1st, we're going to be in Austin, and there's a ton of other cities, and there are tickets on sale now for a lot of those cities, and you can find our theaters, our cities at drugstoregune.com, and there are so many friends of this show in the movie, and I just can't wait for you guys to have a real life in-person popcorn eating movie experience with hopefully your favorite podcasters, or maybe your 8th favorite podcasters, whichever it is fine, but I'll see you guys there. Today, my co-star, Mr. Bobby Lee.
Ooh. Thank you. No claps, nothing?
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's to you, my friend. And it's really good to be here. It's like climbing inside a womb, being with you guys.
Because I'm pregnant, or is it?
No. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, it's because you're family, and I feel comfortable here.
Do you remember the first day on set of Drugstore June?
Oh my God, you're just opening
with that?
Oh my God.
Well, we've talked about it on the show.
You're
where
opening
every
with
producer is like, don't have him talk about it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's calling me like, why did you talk about it? Because I did it on Mark Maron.
He's doing the funniest press tour for this movie because he literally will go on a podcast and just be like, I'm not supposed to say this. And then the host will be like, okay, that's fine. Let's move on. And then Bobby's like, but I have to say it. Like the hosts of the shows are like, that's okay. No one's trying to dig it out of him. But I think you guys both have this quality where you cannot, so many times in my life, you both have separately come to me and be like, you tell me like a big secret about yourself. You cannot tell anyone. And like, I'm like shaking. I'm so scared. I'm not going to tell anyone. 5 minutes later, you're both in a huge room telling everyone. You guys are so weird with your own secrets.
I think it's something we should work on.
Yeah. You don't have to.
I want to, because the way you said it just now, did it make you cringe a little bit?
I think you're not wrong. And I think Bobby has kind of like led me astray in that way. Because when I first met him,
dare you.
When I first met him, I was really secretive. I was like, hey, like my information is not to be talked about like publicly, because he was already doing podcasts at that time. But then like the second week, or like, no, actually, no. It was like the third week and I found out after that moment, you convinced me. You're like, Kalila, you cannot have people hold your own secrets over you. Yeah. So you have to tell it up front so no one can hold anything over you. And that was the worst advice ever. Because then I was just like, oh, my this, and then my,
Very good.
Thank you. Yeah. And so I started like basically following his lead in that way, where I was like, no, you're right. Like if I tell it up front, no one can ever hold it against me. Wrong. They can absolutely hold it against you in every single way.
But this is now your origin story of why you're a really good podcaster, I have to say.
Maybe because he was like, hey, go tell that story about when you were diddled. And I'm like, are you sure? They're like, yeah. He's like, that's fine. I do it all the time.
Fine. It is fine and it is good.
You want to paint a picture that you want people to think that that's the picture, but when it's not. Let me try to reword that, because that made no sense.
That's fine. We can do take two.
All right. I try to put out there a crazy version of my life that isn't necessarily true, right? But it's like there's hints sometimes there's not. And it's like what I want the world to see.
Is that a way to keep people
yeah, that because my therapist said that. My therapist goes, you think you're like open and like completely honest about your past, but you're only revealing parts of it, and some of it's not even true.
And sensationalizing.
Yeah. So you want people but that's not what really happened, or that's not who you really are.
Right. It's like you're going for laughs.
Yeah, and I'm protecting what really is who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were times like when we were in therapy together where the therapist would say like, okay, now tell me the real version. And she would stop him and saying, okay, thank you for that sweet story, but now tell me what really happened.
Yeah. No, when I went to that place in Phoenix, I went to a week psychotherapy kind of, remember? Yeah. I've been there a couple times, and one time I was in...
Is that the place where when you were there, you called Kalila crying, begging to leave?
No, that's the other place.
Wait, no.
No, you called me crying from the other place.
I tried to call crying both places.
Yeah, because you were going through a rough time.
No, I don't want to get into that.
Okay.
But that's true. I called her a couple times. But I'm in this Phoenix place.
Okay.
And he's like, well, tell me what happened. And I go, yeah, my dad used to hit me 1,000 times, right? Or 10,000 times, whatever. And he goes, stop. What are you doing? I go, what do you mean? He's like, that's not true.
What?
He goes, I exaggerate things by saying 10,000.
For the
right?
sake,
For the sake of...
like just hyperbolic for the sake of entertaining.
So he goes, how many times do you think? I go, I don't know, 30 in my life. Okay, he goes, that's good. And every time I would say something like that, he would go, stop, that didn't happen. Or be like, you know what I mean, what exactly happened?
Do you think he's doing that because your body listens to your mouth? So if you're telling that story, my dad hit me every day, even though he probably hit you, once every month, like your body sort of believes what you're saying, that hyperbolic kind of version of events rather than the truth.
It could be, but I also think it's like, if he says 10,000 times in his like subconscious, it's like this is a funny thing I'm saying, and he's not facing the reality.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly. I think that's more it.
And I will say that I have this memory of going to IHOP with you like 15 years ago, and you told this really entertaining story about like behind the scenes in comedy. and like everyone, it was like me, probably Fahim, I forget who else, maybe Glassman, and everyone was like jaw on the floor. It was like the most fun, entertaining story ever. And then to the end, you're like, that was all made up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Yeah, it's I because I'm very specific when I lie. Here's the key of lying. If you're specific, you know what I mean? Like if you talk about somebody's skin, go deep into the, you know what I mean, specifics of like what it looks like.
That
the
is so
holes.
true because
Yeah.
when he is telling the truth and you know it hurts him, he keeps it really vague and
Yeah.
he'll run away. He'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he'll go off and not want to talk about it.
Recently, I had an experience with somebody. That's all I'm going to say. And this somebody said, can you not talk about this to anybody? Which I'm not, okay? Because I'm being more mindful about stuff like that. But, you know, it is something that I've been working on. Anyway, Drugstore June, man. What a wonderful project. You know, what do you mean the first day of Drugstore June? What
So
happened?
the first day of Drugstore June was, I feel like, the worst I'd ever seen you sort of like emotionally collapse. And that's because you had run out of your medication and then you had me scour Los Angeles and Mexico
Mhm.
for.
Is that really true?
Yeah.
Ask him. It wasn't exaggerated.
ran
There
out of
was
my
an
medication. I was
Adderall
freaking out.
shortage or a
What's the
Ritalin
matter?
short. And here's the thing. This is when I realized I am so not in the underground drug scene and I probably should be more plugged in.
Yeah.
Because there was no one I could call on my phone where I was just like, hey, like, let me score some. I couldn't. But eventually I did.
I think that's a good thing.
Anyway, I needed medication and I didn't have any. We ran out, and I memorized. You know, in my mind, I don't know why, but I'm like, we're gonna do the opening
Yeah.
of the dialogue. So I just memorized the first 5 pages that I was in.
I feel like almost your approach was like a little kid where you thought like the movie would shoot in order.
Okay, wait, let me say something. But I know, but I understand that. But since most of my scenes, right, are in the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was doing like a sci-fi action movie, right, of course they shoot, you know what I mean, in different times and
I see what
different
you're
order.
saying.
But for some reason, logically, I was like, why wouldn't they show this first scene? Because all my scenes are just with Esther.
And I think what made it worse for him was the night before.
Oh my God.
Because I was over, he really was so studious about his lines.
Thank you.
And he was
I
studying
believe it.
them, and then
He's a
he was really
professional.
nervous. And so when he went on set, and that's not what you guys were shooting, and then minus the Adderall, because he was like, okay, I know I've run out of medication, so I need to be extra prepared. So he walks in prepared, and it's
And
not,
all hell broke loose.
and all hell broke loose.
And let me just say this, okay? Drugstore June is a great movie. Go see it in your local theaters. And when it comes on streaming, support the movie because it's made by comics, I believe. And it's made in-house. The producers are dear friends of ours. Bill Burr, Al Magical, Mike, Jordy, the All Things Comedy team. Pretty much everyone in the movie are people that we've had long relationships with. It felt like being doing stuff with my friends, and it was so fun. Okay, that first day was a nightmare, but it wasn't anyone's fault by my own. Okay, so I want to just say that it wasn't Nick's fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. And thank God for your husband.
Really?
Yeah, thank God for him because he saved me. My point though being is this. All right, I'll just say what happened. I show up, and it's a great movie. Nick Goosen is directing.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you known Nick?
13, 14 years.
Me longer.
Yeah.
And he's bubble butt.
He does have a bubble butt.
Yeah. He's got a Brazilian butt, and I love it. And I'm not gay, but it's like, when I look at it, I go, that's it. If I was going to date a man, he would be the one because of his bubble butt. My point is that it doesn't not protrude. Anyway, the second thing I want to say is that Nick also, since I know him so well, he talks to me like we're old, you know what I mean, military, like we were in the war together. Like anything goes, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like we served 4 times in Vietnam, you know what I mean? Kind of a vibe, right? So he can talk to me in the way, sometimes when I'm doing a movie, I don't know the director, so they have to be political about it.
Yeah.
When they come up to you, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? Can you just try to get, you know what I mean?
I want to say both Catherine and I watched the movie this morning, and we both really loved it.
Oh my gosh,
Genuinely.
thank you.
Really great.
Wasn't it cool to see
Genuine.
Bobby, like,
His face
kind of
is the
serious?
first frame.
Yeah,
close up
he
of his
opens
face.
it.
And I was like, whoa, there he is. And then the whole thing is so funny, so smart, genuinely.
Thank you.
And I think it's like so. I will say that it is. I hate to like flex.
You
but
never saw it.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You'll never see it.
No, of
She's
course I
coming
will.
to the
you're not.
premiere.
Of course I will. I'm going to the premiere. Are you crazy?
Oh, there's a premiere?
Yeah, you're coming.
I never got
to
it. When is it?
February 20th.
But I will say, like, I've never felt so proud that both of my co-hosts are in a movie together. And I've just been sort of like, that's been my flex to everyone lately.
I've noticed you do have like a sense of pride about it, which is so nice.
I do, because it's like, Bobby's my co-host, you're my co-host. Are you kidding me?
I'm so
Extra special.
I saw the.
Okay, here we go.
I saw
Bobby,
the. I saw the. No,
I have something to show you.
can we finish?
Wait,
Yeah,
he-
go ahead, go ahead.
he
Let me
has to
finish.
your
I gotta
thought.
finish the Nick Goose and stuff. And Nick is gonna hate me talking about it. Okay, but you were there that day.
I was.
You felt bad for me. Because I remember, you know what I mean, having problems and looking down at you and seeing your peripheral down, right? Because you know what I mean? And you just being so concerned for me.
Because I've been in your position and there is nothing more there. It's such high pressure. Like if you're not getting something right, whether it's the lines, like, I've been in a situation exactly like this, but a little different where I will just tell you guys right now, it was the worst day of my life when
Go
I was on Workaholics and I had to do 2 lines. This was like Dave had written for the show, but didn't write there anymore. So it was all his friends and Dave had come to set and they were telling me to be sarcastic and somehow I literally didn't know what sarcasm was. Even though I was working in comedy at that point, like 7.5 years.
Wow, yeah.
And they kept trying and like literally it was like the sweat, the like lights on you. I couldn't, and like finally they had to like, when Dave got there, they were like Dave had to come in and help me the way he helped you.
Yeah, he's great at it.
And like, they just kind of had to force line read.
Yeah, that's what happened. I want to say what happened to me, I guess, then, because I've never said this before that's been aired, and I don't think you should cut this part out because it's like, same thing happened to me when I did Spade's movie, The Wrong Missy.
Oh, I remember this.
You remember that?
I absolutely remember
So what happened
this.
was, and every time I tell this story, I always tell them to cut it out, but I don't want you to cut it out because I'm going to say it in a way where it's going to be more positive. Okay?
Okay.
So Dave asked me to do The Wrong Missy. I read it, and it's like one line. And it's shot in Hawaii. So you go, why can't you just get a local to do it? He says, I just really want you to do it. It's like, oh my God, all right. And here's another thing.
Casting is so weird.
It's so weird. Not only that, it's also everyone I know that's in the movie has funny things to do. I mean, they just have great parts. They can run around, be zany, like Laura, Lapkus and Witowski, all these guys, right? Just having a blast. I have to say one line, welcome to the hotel. That's basically my only line. And welcome to Alawani Hotel, whatever it was, right? So I'm sitting there, and Dave Spade approaches the desk. I go, welcome to Alawani, whatever the hotel, whatever. I say it, and I hear, cut. And Adam Sandler comes to me, right? And I didn't even know he was there. He's not directing, he's producing it, but I didn't know he was there. And he basically goes, yeah, man, not more real. Like, what are you doing? and when you're under like a pressure situation where the lights are on you, there's hundreds of people around, right? And I look at Adam and go, oh, what? Okay, we'll just do it again, right? Welcome to the hotel, whatever. Cut. Yeah, man, it's like, it doesn't feel like acting, right? And now, what happened? My forehead split open, and it's like, it's Hawaii.
One line.
One line, sweat, just my face. You all right? And I look at Dave Spade, and Dave goes, "I'm sorry," like whispers it. I must have done that line 20 times. And every time it got worse and worse to the point where you're like, I don't think I'm speaking English. I must not speaking English, right?
It's so real that once you know you're doing bad, you only can get worse.
It gets worse. You get in your mind, especially with people like us, you start spinning.
But does it make it worse when you only have 1 or 2 lines?
Yes.
That's another thing.
Yes.
It's because when everyone's talking, you repeat the line over and over in your head. You know what I mean? Welcome to the hotel.
Because you're like, if they're going to give me my one moment, all I have to do.
Kill this. I have to kill this one line.
And
if I don't hit this line, I'm a loser, right?
And it's like you're not even really acting, because it's like when you're acting, you're in a scene, but when it's like one or two lines, you just have to get the line out.
Yeah. And then there's exercises you do, like this is an exercise: red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. That's supposed to untie, right? So seriously, Spade's walking to the fucking thing. I have one line. I'm in my head. I'm going red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. And he goes, "Hello." I go, "Welcome to the hotel." Right? And you when it's coming out, you know it's wrong. Right? You're like,
the other thing that's going through my mind in that situation is like, I'm such a small part of this that all I'm here to do is make this go easier for like the big parts. Like they're putting all their time in that's the movie. But when you're one line, it's like you're just like a prop basically. So you just know you have to kill it. So it's like if you don't, you're just a nothing. Like you're
nothing.
It's so.
And now you're just holding up.
Yeah, you're holding up something you're wasting time.
Yeah. And then people are blushing for you. Other actors are completely blushing. And you're like, oh, I should kill myself right after this. I'm going to literally kill myself.
I think that you almost did.
And I think almost did
You
too.
went to strip steak after that.
No. This is what
you
happened.
met Jean on that trip.
This is a lesson in life. So on the van ride back, I'm literally like tears welling up in my eyes, vibrating like this, right? I'm going to kill myself. You know what I mean? So I go to the hotel and I go, I just got to get something to eat. So I go to this shitty Japanese restaurant that's a part of the hotel. I'm at the bar and the only thing I remember reading is wontons. I'm sitting there eating wontons. I don't even know what wonton. I hate them. But I'm sitting there eating wontons and I hear next to me, "Yo, you're Bobby Lee." And I look over and so there's a Korean guy sitting there. His similar big head. And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, my name is Gene." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know, I go, oh, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, we met at the Earth Bar 15 years ago on Santa Monica." And I go, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "You complimented me on my jeans." And I go, "Oh, we were wearing raw denim." He's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "They were APC jeans." I go, "Oh, yeah. But they rip, when you wear them a lot, they rip in the crotch." He goes, yeah. We started talking about that. And then I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "I'm like the executive producer of Magnum PI, right?" And I worked on Community and all these shows. And he goes, "Let me write a part for you on Magnum." And I go, "Okay." Right? And then, ever since then, I did 12 full episodes of Magnum. Like I became almost a series regular, like, you know what I mean? Like a family, that show became. So it's like, because I said yes to David, because I was being helpful for him and his project, even though the day went really bad, although FYI, I love Adam. I've talked to him many, many times since then. And he's super sweet and I love him. And it wasn't a knock on him. I think I just it wasn't my day.
It happened.
It happened. So then I said yes to this thing and then something better happened.
That is better for me because Gene now is like one of my closer friends.
He's one of Dave's best friends too. Like it is
family.
crazy that you met him just on accident in Hawaii.
It's like I honestly believe, and people are gonna go, "No, it's all coincidence." But I've been alive for 52 years, and I honestly believe that the things that I've experienced, even the bad stuff, it all just sort of worked out, and it also just kind of put me in a direction. Here's what they say in AA. When I was 17, they said, even if you write down all your dreams on a piece of paper, 20 years from now, even if you stay sober, you're going to get so much more. And you're going to get things that you didn't even expect, right? Like, none of the things that I have experienced in the last 25, 27 years I've been in the business, I planned or even dreamt about. Like, there was no podcasting when I started doing stand-up. But it's like, it put me in a direction where it was like, this is what's supposed to happen. I feel like this is the right direction. And I live a really big, exciting life. Now, granted, there's a lot of pain that comes with that. I've experienced that. You know what I mean?
With the highs come the lows. Don't
but
we all
that's
know?
life.
Yeah.
That's life.
But also,
Thank you.
no,
That's life.
I do also want to add to that Adam has been so supportive of Drugstore June.
Yeah.
He came to the set. He came to a screening, like took everybody out to eat. He's just been so supportive and loves the movie and has said, like, we got to get this out there. Like, he's going to promote it on social media. So he's very proud of the movie, too.
I just want to also say this about Adam, because Jackie's in it, too.
Yeah.
His wife is in it.
She's amazing. And she's such a girl.
She plays one of the detectives.
Detective
Yeah.
with Al.
Yeah.
And 6 months ago, me and Andrew were in Detroit. And I get a call from Adam. And Adam goes, yo, dude, we're doing a show down the street. Obviously, he's playing like a 20,000 seat arena. But me and Andrew, and he goes, come eat with us afterwards. So he invited me and Andrew to the steakhouse. And it was Adam, Kevin James, Rob Schneider was there, a bunch of people I know. Our tour manager's brother, had some difficulties mentally. And his favorite movie was Waterboy. And our tour manager was expressing that to Adam, like, he just grew up because he relates to Waterboy. So I remember Adam FaceTiming him.
Oh, that's so
Are
sweet.
you serious?
Oh, yeah. And going, hey, man, thank you for being a fan. So, I love that guy a lot. And he's a great guy, But anyway, I don't know why I just said that. But let's move on. Drugstore June, what does it come out?
February
great.
23rd.
I'm really happy and proud of you both.
Okay, these random claps are weird.
I have a great seg.
Okay.
What's a segue?
That's very Valentine's Day themed.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen or heard about what's happening with Drake
No.
as of yesterday?
I saw his delicious penis online.
Oh, so you did see it.
It's long, it's delicious.
What?
But can I say this too? You don't hold the base. So he had his erection and he was holding the
wasn't
base
even
of his
fully-
penis and he squeezed it to make it more, veiny. And I just don't like that.
I actually think he's being very casual and relaxed about it.
Why is
the
this
base.
online? What's going on? Who is this like
A girl
illegal?
that I guess it was right?
Yeah, he must have sent this to a girl and then it got leaked.
And that girl, go yourself. The beautiful penis of Drake, he gives you a gift.
How do you rate his penis?
Oh, 9.5 for sure.
What do you like about it?
Long, one color, black.
It's not even zoomed in. You don't know if it's tricolor or not or one color.
Yeah, but it's just from afar. I mean, I'm sure if I get a close-up of his penis, I can find imperfection. Oh, there's a freckle.
Okay, so
You know what I
you
mean?
don't like that he's holding the
took
base.
video.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Why? You don't like that he's holding the
Well,
base?
now that I didn't see him masturbating, that's the photo I saw, him squeezing the base. They're going, look at how big my dick is. But if it's mid-stroke, then, I let that slide. It's long, but can I say something about his penis, though, right now? It's long, but I have to admit, mine's thicker.
I'm
Do
trying
you
to
see, do you men in comedy, do you guys all show each other your penises?
I've kissed Andrew's sack before.
sack, yeah.
Yeah.
But penis. Sack is very non.
But I've seen the penis.
Yeah, but
I've
I
seen
feel
Bert
like
Kreischer's penis and his butthole and his taint.
Why
And
is that?
I saw it on TV.
I feel like it's the same
Oh.
reason
No,
we
were doing
show ours.
We were shooting a
Esther.
show, his show, The Cabin.
Oh.
And he did this thing where I gave him a colonic, right? So he was bent over, and I was when you stick a tube in somebody's butthole, I was giving him a coffee enema or something, and I looked, and it's these testicles. I saw the penis, and I have to say, not as good as Drake's, but probably a good 8, 7.5.
I have a question about the Drake video.
Okay.
When you are chuk chuk like that, when you are
Masturbating?
yeah,
Yeah.
Choke choke.
is that what does chuk chuk really mean?
I'll tell you what chuk chuk means. Okay. Chuk chuk means, and it's not an actual Korean word. Like if there was a Webster's dictionary in Korea, they wouldn't call it Webster's either. They'd probably go Hongoryo dictionary. It wouldn't be in the dictionary, I don't think. Chuk chuk. And I asked a Korean dude once, this older man. I go, what does chuk chuk mean? He goes, oh, it's sex. I go, but why chuk chuk? And he goes, well, that is what it sound like. I go, I've never anyone and heard chuk chuk.
What do you sound? What do you hear?
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
What?
Does that sound accurate since you guys have obviously had that together?
That's you.
Do you
That
have,
was a dead
Impression
of your
you.
vagina when it's wet.
ew, do you have memories?
Oh yeah.
Ew, Bobby.
I mean, what do you mean? Instilled in my brain, baby.
You would be able to pick my out of a lineup.
100, 1,000. Visually or
God, we should have
sound?
played this game.
Sound.
I should have sent you guys pictures.
Yeah.
And
Sound?
Oh, yeah.
not sound, just on looks
Oh,
alone.
100%, dude.
Really?
Memorized.
There's a study that showed that guys remember details of sexual encounters 1,000% more than
Yeah, and
women.
girls have
women
dick
don't.
amnesia.
Yeah.
If I was going to describe a painting, what it's like, you know that classic painting of that man?
Yeah. Wait, who's the artist for
Yeah,
that?
who does
Wait,
that?
that's such a good impression. You need to have that in your
Yeah,
act.
that's what your vagina looks like a painting.
You need to do that in your act.
I will, yeah. So that's what it looks like, painting-wise.
Oh, I accept that.
you're welcome. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
that's an
Yeah, yeah.
iconic painting.
Yeah.
It's called The Scream.
Oh, the scream.
it by
That's
Salvador
your vagina right
Dali?
there, dude. That's a horrifying painting.
If you had a friend and they were like, I painted this, what would you wouldn't think it was good, right?
I would think it
Oh,
was.
yeah, you're right. I think that's interesting.
Would
I think
you-
I'd be like,
That's scary, man.
let me, okay, let's say I painted that. I go, Esther, I just painted that. What do you think?
Oh.
So that already that? It means it's bad.
What is it about for you?
Well, it's just my inner fears, and I think it resembles for me. I don't know, but that's what your vagina looks like. But my point is this, okay?
I accept.
What does my penis look? What painting? You know what I mean? I imagine my penis
Yeah.
is like a Dali painting.
No, it's
Like
not
it's
so much a
melting.
painting. It's more like like an Asian delicacy.
That's great.
Yeah.
Like at a nice restaurant.
We have this thing called bud. It's kind of this like
Like a pubud.
no, it's God, there's another word for it that might be more specific, but it's basically rice, but it's like purple and white rice, and it's like wrapped in banana leaves
Mm.
because of the tricolor. But also, if we were just going to go with basic American foods, I've said this 1,000 times, like Neapolitan ice cream, because you have the tricolor, you have the
Yeah,
strawberry,
I don't
vanilla,
want
and
to talk about the color
chocolate.
anymore because I'm working on that. You know,
Wait,
How are you working? You're getting your stuff lightened?
I got the cream.
What
You did
cream?
not.
Yeah. Well, I got the. Well, see, check it out. I got the cream for my liver spots.
Oh, I think this is prescription strength, and you should be very careful
I know
about putting it
burns.
down there.
It burns.
Is it like hydroquinone?
Yeah. But I've
Oh,
been doing it on
yeah.
just the brown stripper on my penis.
I would be
No, no,
careful.
no, Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Have you
Esther,
a-
yes.
No.
Oh, yes. And I've been putting around it, but then it burns. So I go, I don't know.
No, that cream
I usually
is
use white strips.
that cream
I've been
is-
using white strips around my penis.
Straight
too.
bleach.
I have.
Is that truly like an insecurity of yours? Has any girl ever said, that's a weird color variation?
No, they've never mentioned, but I've seen this before. If they're blowing me in the light, they'll go like this.
Yeah, but we do that with everyone.
No, but it was no. Watch slow motion. This look, and in this right, I don't know what's going on in the brain, but it can't be good.
What do you think they're thinking?
I'm like, she's basically, I'm a fan. To get through it or whatever.
He's funny.
He's funny. You know what I mean? But at my age though, I'm like, I don't care.
But you just said
You
you're
just put like petrochemicals
you're
on your
burning your
penis.
skin.
No, I'm wondering if it works. I don't think it's like, I don't really care. I'm just saying, is this gonna work?
The one thing I've heard about that cream, because I have sunspots too, and I like got some and was gonna use it, and
Yeah.
then I read that like it never leaves your bloodstream.
Oh, it's like corn. It's like corn. Like
Oh,
they say
we-
corn, everything. We have so much corn in our bodies. If we
Yeah.
analyze our hair follicles, corn will show
Yeah,
up.
corn and we're made of corn and
The
plastic.
plastic, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
really, you've heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you never used it?
I stopped using it. Yeah.
Can
Because
I tell you something about your face?
sure.
I would take this jacket off. Let me talk about your face. I've always enjoyed your face.
I know. You
Yeah,
got-
but the one thing, if I were to change it,
yeah. Oh no.
Esther's mom is here.
what?
My mom is here.
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing about. I think
She'll probably
let me
agree.
let me say something about your mom. I'm to say something to your mom.
Okay.
You did a great job with her.
That's not true.
No, and let me say something, right? I'll tell you why. Because when I look at you and I look at people that are my friends, especially in this business, I go, the resilience,
No, thank you.
the fortitude, You know what I mean? You walk through so much bullshit and fear, right? And you don't quit. That shows tells me so much about you,
Thank
your
you.
character.
Thank
you know?
you.
And so I think you did a great job, and congratulations. Here's my negative.
Should we do this over a banana?
Yeah. Give me a banana.
Give me the ripest one.
I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
get
you.
out of here now. Thank you. I'm so mean to her.
You can't physically abuse the producers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love you. It's just you're showcasing too many veins on your temple. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, that's because I'm like translucent, right? That's like a color issue.
Yeah, I don't like it.
She's just light skinned.
Yeah.
Get a tan. Let's move on.
Mom, I have a question.
Yeah.
How have you been enjoying the bed you've been sleeping on in my guest bedroom?
I love it. I didn't realize it was a Helix.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. it is.
We're a Helix household too. Every single mattress in every single room. My mom's house, my sister's, myself, all Helix. Bobby's, Helix. We've been a Helix family for, I'd say, at least the last 5 years, and I will never switch to another mattress. What I love about the Helix is that they have every single type of variety mattress that your body needs. For example, I'm a side sleeper and I run pretty hot, so I chose the Midnight mattress. And you have the option to upgrade to the Luxe, which is the thicker mattress if that's what you're into.
That's what I have. I have the Midnight Luxe because I knew for me it was going to be the guest bedroom mattress. It was going to be something like it's a mattress we're putting in the baby's room. So, maybe I'm going to be sleeping in there sometimes, maybe Dave, my family. And honestly, everyone who has slept on it is giving rave reviews. I'm always like, how's the mattress? How's the mattress? I'm such a good host. And Helix has a guarantee. They know that there's no better way to test out a new mattress other than just by sleeping on it in your own home. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty to try out your new Helix mattress. I just feel like it's really complicated to find mattresses, and that's why Helix has made everything so simple. The fact that you can try it for 100 days and still send it back, it's just really, they make it so convenient.
Yeah, and if you have lower back problems or if your spine needs a little extra TLC, Helix is the mattress for you because they have a hybrid design combining individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top. It's the perfect combination of comfort and support. And I know personally, I'm getting older. My joints are feeling a little different. My lower back is feeling a little different. And my Helix mattress has been nothing but delicious sleeps every single night.
And Mom, you don't sleep well. That's why I'm shocked you're sleeping well at my house.
Well, my mattress at home, I wake up every morning, my back hurts, and now it doesn't. So, and your dad, keeps saying we should get a new mattress, and I think this is it.
Oh my God, we have one Helix sold today. Oh my gosh, you guys. Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/trashtuesday and use code HelixPartner20. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. I will say with, not liking the way women react to the colors of your penis. I've thought a lot about this because, I'm pregnant, my body's going through changes. I'm not super secure about all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, in the future, for me, possibly I'm going to be committed for a while to sex acts being in pitch black dark. And I think that could just solve all the problems.
But I feel like men are not into pitch black sex as much as women are.
Ooh, okay.
They need to see things. So it's there has to be a happy medium somewhere.
Yes, Bobby, you had something?
Which tells me before you were having just bright sex?
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
That's psychopathic, right?
No,
I've
it's
never
not.
had
No
broad
dim?
daylight. That's
Some
crazy.
You change it up.
Oh, it's not you. I just know what Dave looks like. My point is you know what I mean? Wow. I love Dave. Very talented. But nice guy. All right. So now, can this happen? Can you turn off all the lights and light a couple of candles?
Yeah.
Good.
But will they be able
What world
to
are you going to light a candle and actually set the scene, Bobby?
Without burning down someone's home.
No. She's saying I'm not. I wouldn't do it.
Oh, you wouldn't do Pitch Black?
No, I mean
Or
I've
Candle?
no offense, but since Kalai and I broke up, I've been with a couple of women that have had kids, and I look at their bodies, and I really go, I love it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I believe that.
I've also let me say something too. I've also hooked up with some girls that are supposedly hot, and it's like pass, like no, thank you.
What can you say more as to why?
It's their personalities, and it's their personalities. It's also like just their worldview bothers me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I only listen to Taylor Swift, and that's it. It's like, come on, dude. My favorite movie is Elf.
Elf really is iconic.
Great movie
though.
for the holidays. I love it. Great movie. But if that's your favorite movie of all time,
I think it's a great.
you have a f***ing
No,
problem.
I disagree. I think that's a great choice for a favorite movie.
Like
Because
a
it elicits,
feel-good.
it's especially if you have some nostalgia around Christmas, especially if you're saying like she's a parent and it's something that she's bonded, over her,
But I would see how if a guy told me that Elf was his favorite movie, I would be a little bit like, I wish you were a little smarter than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank
Like
you.
I wish you
Thank
liked Munich or like just
Right.
some,
Munich with
And
Eric Bana.
just
Yeah.
like something about the world that makes you think.
Yeah,
Like a comfort movie is Elf,
right.
but a favorite movie,
It's embarrassing, I would say.
it's like Taylor Swift. It's so everyone likes it, which I understand, but
Yeah, when girls
And
go,
you're kind
she's
of-
the best, Taylor Swift. Fine. I've listened to some of her music. I think she's great. I think Jack helps the right. What's his name?
Jack
Antonoff.
Antonoff, right? I love the Bleachers, and what they have together is a great team. And some of the songs are great, mind you. But I have to ask these women. I go, when you're at the concerts and you see 8-year-old girls screaming near you, that's the mentality where you
It's
are
so
at.
funny. I never really thought
I don't
about
think
it like
so.
that.
I
You're going,
think-
and some girls are like, you know what I mean? And you look.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I have a point to make about that.
Let's argue.
Okay.
'Cause I'm gonna win.
My point to make about this is that like we like songs for different reasons. And what's great about Taylor Swift songs is that sometimes I just like it for the melody and the easiness of it all. And there are other times where I re-listen to it at a different time in my life. And all of a sudden the lyrics are like jumping out at me. And all of a sudden I relate to it.
Fair.
So it's like you have an 8-year-old who's just in it
Fair.
for the melody. And you have, a 40-year-old who's like, oh my God, like August is
It's
making me
kind of like
cry.
The Simpsons. Like, go ahead.
Excuse me. Okay.
Why are you so aggressive?
I'm not being aggressive. I'm not being aggressive, okay?
What's going on?
But if that's the only thing you listen to,
You have a point there.
and I'm not kidding you, 4 girls I've gone on dates with, that's the only thing. And they refuse to open. Like the other day, I was like, let me just say something about Andrew Santino. When we go to a restaurant or any environment or backstage where there's like a speaker and there's Bluetooth, he always has to be the DJ. You know what I mean? He's the one that's doing the f***ing Bluetooth and connecting it and also, powering it. I'm like, what? I know music, but he always, he's that kind of guy.
Is he like a top 40 hits kind of guy?
No.
He
What
has.
is he?
Dude, Santino,
Oh, I think he's like a rap guy.
no.
What? What is this gonna be? I'm scared.
Number 1, I love him. And number 2, his wealth of knowledge of all things would boggle your f***ing mind, dude.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
believe
large
that.
or small?
Oh, it's so large. Like, that's why I'm okay with him Bluetoothing it, because he educates me.
Yeah, because if you were to Bluetooth guy, I mean, everyone would be sad and down and depressed for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Because it's all
Okay.
Red House Painters.
No, it's not.
It's all.
You.
The one thing I will say that I love that you play a lot is Niels Fromm.
I play a lot of good things.
Yeah, you do. But it is generally of the
No,
melancholy
hey, f***
kind of
you.
vibe.
Let me say something to you, okay?
Name a happy song you just listened to.
Me?
Yeah.
Pale Blue Eyes.
Oh yeah, Velvet Underground. Sad.
Dave likes that.
Thank you.
I love that song.
Here,
That's
let me say
boy
something.
music to me.
There are 2 playlists.
Yeah, he's a
If-
big Wilco guy too.
Okay, in my house, I have my sad playlist. But I have a playlist where, there's a group of people. I'm going to play this. There's some Al Green.
You are such a liar.
You're a liar.
Here's why
You're
you're
a
a
lying
liar.
piece of shit. And let me say something about
If
you.
it's around other
You're a lying
people,
piece of shit right now, and you're trying
you're
to paint a
such a
picture
liar.
that's deceiving.
tell you guys
and
this.
wrong. And go yourself. Let's move on.
Publicly,
Let me talk about
he
Andrew,
wants to be the emo, melancholy Brian Eno guy. But when we are we've lied down together many nights
At
as a
home.
couple,
Yeah.
and I can hear Demi Lovato blasting. But you would never admit to that publicly.
I don't even know.
You want to be Brian Eno.
I don't even know who that is. Who is it? Demi what?
You love Demi Lovato.
I don't know who that is, and that's up. You would even say that. I don't know who that is.
I rest my case.
I rest my case.
You'll never admit to it.
I'll never admit to what?
Loving
Demi
the.
Lovato. Was it Levati?
Trust
Whatever
me,
it is.
he knows who she is, Stella. Don't need to bring her
Yeah.
up.
Do you like Lana Del Rey? She's like sad.
I've never heard of her.
What, Bobby?
I love her. That last album was so good.
Okay.
Of hers. Let me go back to Andrew, okay? So like he'll play, like something will come on, and I'll go, who is this? And he'll go, oh, you don't know Warren Zevon, right? And I'll write it down, right? So it's like, I don't know why I even came into this, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I trust him. Why did I even go into? I forget.
Oh wait, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Right.
What?
Your beef with Taylor Swift.
Oh, my beef with Taylor Swift. I don't know why.
Or
I
your
went
beef with the girls that only like Taylor Swift.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I'm basically want to date a girl like Andrew. That's like that knows, you know what I mean?
This sort of like validates our whole theory that like boys just want to be with boys.
Yes.
You guys just
That's not
want to
true.
be
That's not true.
together.
Dave even admits to it. He's like, yeah, I would love to just date my friends.
Yeah, if Andrew had a
No,
vagina.
just learn more.
Yeah, but it's like
I'm
even.
sorry.
No.
I don't want to start a war, but learn more.
Okay, yes, but
Not
even.
you two girls. Well, let me ask you something. Okay, I want.
Would you say that?
Oh, here we go. Let's play a game. Can we play a game?
Actually, don't we have a music game?
No. Can I? Listen, I'm here.
Uh-huh.
May I play a game?
Yeah, you may.
I don't know you. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I don't know you. You're not pregnant. We're on our first date.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you some questions that I usually ask to get to just to see, just to see if we're on the same wavelength.
I've always wanted to know what it would be like to be on a date with Bobby.
All right.
I'm
not. It's not going to be like, hey, welcome. Oh, what do you want to eat? No, we're at dinner. We already did all that. Okay. Let me ask you something. Name me 3 Scorsese movies.
Killers of the Flower Moon, The Departed. I feel like I'm on the spot. I can't. I can't think of it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
2 out of 3 is great.
Yeah.
Right.
Next question.
Already, you beat 99.9% of the people. Already, you're in. I know it's shallow, what I'm saying. Is it shallow?
It's actually not shallow because I think it's cool to want someone who has your same interest. What would be shallow is if you're like, I don't care what she says, she's hot.
Yeah.
That's shallow to me.
But I think the alternative too is if she doesn't know and if she knows this is something like you're super into, for her to be like, oh, like, can you recommend movies that
you're reading it wrong. To me, it's like I can't even fathom why you wouldn't know anything. Not one. Right? Are you a part of planet Earth? Do you have any interest in culture?
But why are your likes the only thing that matter?
And here's the thing. No, listen. Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to say that. I love you.
Do you know what I mean? Like your interests are not the only thing that other people should be interested about.
A week ago, I hung out with a woman. She had kids young. You know, I was just thrown into responsibility and working. And right, I get it, right? So I go, well, have you seen these movies? She's like, no. And I go, well, I think you should maybe watch. She goes, I'm willing. Give me a list. And she watched all of them.
Really?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't care if. But a lot of women are not even open. Like, no, Elf is it. Taylor Swift is it.
That would be me.
And when they're like that, I'm like, oh, well, you're just retarded. I'm sorry to even use that term. I feel guilty. But that's the word. There's no other word for it. So let me ask you some more.
Okay.
Okay? Oh, so 2. That's great. Did you like The Departed?
I actually love The Departed.
Yeah, it's great, right?
But I did recently rewatch it and realize when I was loving it in college, I didn't understand any of it.
But you understand it now.
But
yeah.
The Departed is not the original, right?
That's why I loved her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the original-
See, when I dated her, at day 1, I'm like, oh,
Holy
that's it.
shit.
It's not. It's originally a Hong Kong movie.
You see what I mean?
I should just go.
No.
And it's called Infernal Affairs.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I like.
And why
I
do you
go,
know
"Whoa."
that?
Because I'm a
Because
movie
she's
buff.
a part of planet Earth, and she's willing to learn things.
No, but also that's unfair because I'm a movie buff. My dad was. I watched a lot of like.
That's fine. I get it. But honestly though, like that song, that one movie, what's it with the dogs?
Oh,
Beverly Hills Chihuahua?
No, not Beverly Hills.
Amores Perros. What did you say?
Beverly Hills Chihuahua. That was funny.
No, it's
No,
by.
The date is not going well.
Yeah, it's not going well. Yeah,
It's an Inarritu film. It's called
Right,
Amores
I
Perros.
had never seen it.
Yeah.
And I watched it with her, and I thought it was fucking amazing. Like I want to be able to go, oh, thank you for showing me something that I wasn't privy to.
You know, I'm really glad that you're saying this because my whole young life,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just about looks. But then you realize you got to know stuff too for guys to like you.
Oh, that's most of it.
I know.
That's most of it.
I'm learning this too late.
No, in your 20s, no, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Or you're breathing. I mean, basically, you know what I mean? Your eyeballs work. Let's go. You know what I mean? When you get after 35, you're like, no, I can't do it.
I just picture Bobby in his 20s on a date with a set of lungs and eyes.
Yeah. Just a hole in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Just the
No
lungs
skin,
and the
no
eyes.
bone.
There's
Yeah.
nothing else.
Except the cartoon, yeah. Well, there's a vagina
And
too.
he's
A
like-
vagina, lungs, eyes, I'm good.
Well, this is a relief to know at least that like you are looking for something substantial and not just like looking for the next hot chick.
Well, can I
Sometimes what you're looking for has been right.
say what? I know what you're trying to say. And it's not the right time
Okay, sorry.
to say it.
Keep going.
What you're basically saying is I should go back to Kalina.
No, I don't mean that.
She didn't say that.
I'm so sorry. I
It's
did not.
okay.
She was talking about her.
Okay, we've got some.
What is this?
These are bad Valentine stories from our slugs, and we need your input and advice.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I wore sexy red lingerie under my clothes for my ex to take off. He didn't see the lingerie because he was too bloated for sex. No V-Day present also. So basically this girl went out of her way
Yeah.
to buy sexy lingerie,
Yeah.
put it on, wore it under her clothes. And
Yeah.
the guy was like, no, I'm too bloated for sex. And he also didn't get her anything for Valentine's.
Mm.
Sounds a little bit like someone we know, huh?
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't want to.
Defend the guy. I just want to hear your point
Well,
of view.
number one, I feel like they've been in a relationship for a while, right? And I get it. And it's okay for a man to go, I'm bloated and I don't want to have sex right now.
It is okay for a man
because
to say
you guys
that.
are always tired or I'm not mentally, it's like we can do it too.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I will say that a sexual rejection from a man is really hard for me.
Same.
And it's hard for me when a woman rejects me as well. Touche.
Somehow it just, I don't
It's the same
believe it's
thing.
the same kind of pain.
I'll tell
Because
you what,
we
we're
are-
used to the pain.
No, because women
That's
are
why.
supposed to be the
We've conditioned
object of
ourselves-
desire. Like for us to feel horny, we have to be the object of desire. Like,
There was a time in society where the guy had to go hit on the girl and we had to get rejected over. You think that shit was fucking easy? It was hard. There was a lot of sadness involved, but we did it.
Yeah, but it's
so boo-hoo.
No.
You get a little bit of sadness. Go yourself.
no,
man.
it's in your biology to want to chase and to want to pursue and
Some
to
guys
want to
are
do
good at
the
it, but when you're
work.
sensitive like me, I was so sensitive, and I hate rejection. My parents rejected me.
Oh, Bobby, I'm
You know what I mean?
sorry.
So it's like,
That's so funny to go there. With fake tears.
my parents rejected me, and so when later in life, I had to f***ing put myself out there and get rejected over and over again, and then not only that, I get it with Hollywood. No, right? It's all these no's. So grow up. Yeah, he's bloated.
Bobby's impression of Hollywood. No.
Yeah. No. Ken Jeong, Ronnie Chang, Jimmy O Yang. Ken Jeong, Ronnie Chang. That's what I get.
You got a star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, Kenda, yeah. Congratulations, Ken. My point is this. So I don't, this guy is allowed to say he's bloated. I'm sorry. Next question.
But what about the lack of effort on the other stuff? It's okay, like he didn't get her anything.
Why do you need stuff?
Because you want to feel like held in mind. Do you care about Valentine's? Is it something that you at least want Dave to acknowledge?
Well, okay, everyone knows that for my first Valentine's Day with Dave, he got me a mug.
Great.
And I was like, are we coworkers?
No.
And
What did the mug say?
nothing. Now what?
Greater. You know why? He wants to. It's an empty cup, and he wants to do the same with you. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't make any sense.
I am not a big holiday girl. It's just holidays have always been a harder area for me. But I do. This would upset me, but I would also. I'm so insecure. I would like know not to set myself up for this kind of rejection. Like, it's almost like why I dress in sweatpants and like look like shit all the time. I don't, if I feel and look like I'm trying and then I'm going to get rejected, it will destroy my whole world. And so I feel for her, but I'm like, it's almost like I'm so insecure that I've prevented this from ever happening to me because I'm so scared.
Have you ever put on lingerie for a partner or just never?
Yes, when I've been in a situation finally where I felt like someone wanted that and like maybe we went out and got it together. Yes, Bobby?
We don't give a shit. Get naked. That's what does it. It's like when I open up a Christmas present, right? Right? I open it up. Oh, there's another layer. Let me get to the present.
I think there's a lot of men like this, and then there are some that are like the turn on is like that the woman put an effort and tried.
Yeah.
No, it's
for
not even
them.
that. It's like when you wear red lingerie, it's like, what am I in Deadwood at the brothel? I mean, that's what it looks like.
This is my
Yeah, but
worst
every
Red
fear.
lace. This is like, it's like, get that out.
But that's your preference. Like you never cared when I would wear like granny 5000s.
I love Granny 3000s.
And he just isn't a lingerie guy.
I'm
He
not-
That
can't
might be
tell
that's
it.
just what he's
No,
into.
I don't know a guy that likes it.
By the way, we also shared underwear.
You like it?
I've heard both
Lingerie? Yeah,
sides.
yeah. Thank you, Mom.
Mom, why? Oh my God, I didn't need to know my dad doesn't like it.
Yeah.
My mom is off camera going, Dad.
Yeah.
And also,
Anyway.
we all know that's just because he doesn't want you to spend money on it.
Like sometimes, you'll see a girl that, I shaved my pits for you or whatever. That's nice. Right? Sometimes how you're in a relationship and they sometimes you let the leg hairs grow. You know what I mean? And they're like, for Valentine's Day, I've shaved everything. That's nice.
You appreciate it? Like
yeah,
you
I
notice?
appreciate that. I notice that. Yeah, some bushy pit. Yeah. I'm like, oh, you shaved it. That's nice. And you smell nice. Those things matter.
Like effort.
Next question.
Okay, here we go. I found out I got a girl pregnant and it turned out to be my ex-wife's cousin all on Valentine's Day. What does he do? What does this guy do?
I don't even understand what what I mean. He got a girl pregnant who was his ex-wife's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, all on
Oh, it
Valentine's
was
Day.
ex-wife's
Yeah,
cousin. First cousin?
yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like that cousin should know what they knew what they were doing.
right.
it's too close for comfort for me.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if I started dating like a cousin of yours,
Oh, that cousin would die.
same.
Not die, but it would be bad.
Yeah, like
I
if,
think the cousin was coming for him.
I think so.
I don't care how hard my cousin goes for her. She's not going to do it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, like if you were to so much as like talk to anyone in my inner or outer or third concentric circle, like I would have both of your necks. Just saying. Just saying.
Okay.
In the same way that you would kill your cousin. Just because it's like that's disrespectful. Like there's a whole big world out there. Like find it outside of like my associations. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Thank you.
Next one.
Okay.
Can I say something?
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm really sick of like a lot of the big male podcasters kind of like giving you shit about doing a podcast with Kalila just because she's your ex. And I don't understand why people are obsessed with like thinking that that's something bad that you're doing. I want to know like when they're saying that to you, because I know when you're in the pressure zone and someone's like,
There's no pressure zone.
no.
No.
What is your opinion of when they do that?
Well, their opinion it doesn't affect my decisions on anything. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
Okay.
I could say some things about them as well.
Yeah.
That but for me, it's like I do what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And it's a good podcast.
Not just that. She's my best friend in the whole world. I honestly, there's probably only like 2 or 3 people in the world that I trust like with my life, and she's one of them. I trust her with every aspect of my life, and that's never going to change. And I'm sorry. Like I know comics that are like, how can you even be friends with your ex? I go, well, that's you. Your relationship with whoever you viewed it only as a sexual relationship contract. When I'm in a relationship, it's not about that. It has to be a part of it, but it's like, no, do I love this person? Are we friends? Do I trust? I mean, you know what I mean? Like the things that we were talking about, the things that we share, this and that. And over time, that's why I'm in a relationship. It's not about the sex. So my point is
Also,
that
like people forget that he is extremely close with Sarah Hyland, who he dated before me.
not only
know.
Christine, my other one, before Sarah, after Sarah, she was like, hey, I want to come to the store. I go, yeah. I mean, set up this whole thing where her and her husband, her friends got to have a good night. I love her. I love all, and if Jasmine, my other girlfriend, way back in the day, called me and asked for a favor, I would do it.
It's kind of one of the reasons why I respected him more. Because
he was on good terms with his exes.
He was on good terms with
I
his
never
exes.
cheated on anybody.
But he respected them as people. He didn't view them as just, like he said, like simply sexual things. Like he built friendships with these people.
That's why, okay, like I know this word gets used a lot and people get upset about it, but like it does feel to me when I see that, because I watch all the podcasts and stuff, like I'm a fan too. It does feel like this like misogynistic point of view that like if you're done with her, how could you still be talking to her? Like
I think it's because this idea that somehow like I'm still reaping the benefits or, all of that stuff where it's like, dude, she's, she's your ex, like cut her off, as if like I'm somehow going to be destitute.
But then like I
him,
see your
right?
close friends' Instagram stories and it's like Bobby at your family parties, like running around with his shirt off, dancing with your relatives who I've never even met. And so I'm like, people don't see the full picture and I don't know, it just bothers me.
I don't give a what people think about me in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, why would I give a all right? I mean, I'm going to throw some names out. Fahim Anwar and Harlan Williams. I almost got in a fist fight with those guys at the Comedy Store because they were like going, how could you do a podcast with somebody that was your ex? And I go, you guys, dude, first of all, that's weird that once you break up with somebody, you never see them again. Then what was the relationship about, son?
I mean, sometimes it's warranted if it's like an abusive one, like you need to get the out and never talk to them. Because I have exes for sure that like I would literally light on fire.
Sure. In those kind of things. But if you had a healthy relationship with another human being and, it's just you guys drifted apart emotionally and you don't see them ever again, then I think the relationship was contractual.
I think it might just be people also just projecting like how they feel about their ex onto you.
Yeah, like why do they care? Why is it such an obsession? Is it because
I think it comes from the fact that they think they're somehow like giving him good brotherly advice, protecting him from me, like do you know what I mean?
Honestly, can I be honest with you? I don't hear it.
It could also be like a generic talking point, honestly.
Yeah.
I honestly don't hear it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've read some things online commenting on it, but it's like, I don't care.
I do want to say thank you for doing this show.
Can I tell you my new fear right now?
Yeah.
It's an insane fear.
Okay.
So I'm doing a show with Bert and Tom in Vegas. I'm not advertised.
Okay.
This is going to sound crazy. My fear is, and we have a guest, guy, Bobby Lee, and people are going to go, boo.
But
that's my fear.
It's like you are so obviously the best case scenario for that.
No, but I think so too, and they think so. But like, sometimes I feel like, are they gonna boo?
Yeah, but
like, if I knew he was gonna be on it, I wouldn't have bought a ticket.
Okay, like if it was some like youth pastor, and it was like some church, like some, you know what I mean? What's a big church that Justin Bieber and all of them go to?
Oh, okay. Mosaic.
Not Mosaic.
Oh.
But let's suppose they bring you out. Yeah, I could understand the boo. But like your audience crosses over almost like 95%.
I don't think 90%.
Why on earth would they boo?
Maybe 80%.
Why
20%
does your mind go there?
I don't know. Do you think that?
Yeah, of course.
Then why just yours?
I don't know.
Esther, now we should go to Vegas and boo him.
Or sometimes I'll
throw tomatoes.
Have you ever done this? Where like when we did, so Esther and I did Mothership.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It was so fun.
The shows were so good. The crowds were so good.
So good. But one of the shows I went up on stage and there was like a guy to my left. I know his face, beard, kind of chunky. And he was just like, no expression. why does the human mind focus on that one? Why does I do that? I'm killing, but I'm looking at one guy going, he hates me.
But I think that's normal to always look out for things that might hurt you versus look out
unhealthy.
for things that are safe because your body has to like physically defend itself
Yeah.
from harm. So like if that is going to emotionally hurt
danger.
you, that
And
is
you
a
also
danger.
nailed it by saying, why does the human mind? You didn't say, why do I? It's like, it is the human mind.
No,
It's-
I know a lot of people do that.
Oh my God,
A lot of people do
100%.
that, yeah.
I would say like I could read 90 really sweet messages and all it takes is one for me to be like,
spends my day.
yeah.
And I just want to be like Dane Cook and just be like, I'm great. You know what I mean? Not him, but like, for once, I want to be like, I'm the great. I'm the best.
Like delusional, narcissistic. I don't
just
want you to be that
don't
way.
You want that one day? Like, I'm the opposite. I'm like, you know what I mean? Why do they want me? You know what I mean? But I want to one day just walk out of my house going, yeah.
I think you have those days.
I do sometimes. Anyway, thanks for having me on. I got to have a cigarette before I do this pitch thing.
Thank you for being in my movie. Thank you for being funny in it and being my co-star. We
Listen,
wrote the part for you 10 years ago. So thank you for...
You know, the joy is all mine. And I'll tell you, I've worked with you before in other acting things.
Yeah, we were on Love
did
together.
Love on.
And
Oh,
your
you did
show.
Alone
I did your
Together.
show, I did your show.
You were such a favorite episode.
Anyway, God bless you, and thanks for having me.
Joe
Bye,
was-
guys.